Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Coastal Hospice helps families face what is often a very difficult time in their lives. They promote dignity and quality of life for patients and families possibly facing end-of-life decisions. I'm joined by Director of Development, Maureen McNeil, for more insight on hospice care, the work that they do at Coastal Hospice, and a very special project that's ongoing. Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Always a delight to have you.
Thank
because
you.
The work, as we've said at Coastal Hospice, is, and it's very difficult. You guys deal with people in what is one of the most difficult times.
It is, but it's also this moment when you can just have these wonderful transformations and relationships, and it's just this beautiful, blessed time to be involved in. So a lot of our staff, really, all of our staff, believe it's a privilege, and it is, to do what we do.
Thank you. Tell us a bit about Coastal Hospice for those who are maybe not familiar, haven't had to know what hospice is, but still want to know about the work you're doing.
So for people who have serious and life-limiting illnesses, we come in when the prognosis is that they probably, if the illness follows its natural course, have about 6 months left. Hospice can come in and we kind of take over, but what we do is hold everybody up. Our nurses are in on a regular basis to check how the patient's doing and manage symptoms and return quality of life. Our social workers help sort out family relationships and make sure everything can be managed easily. And then we have chaplains and volunteers and aides and a physician, or the family can use their own physician, all of whom are sort of this team of caregivers who have the family and the patient really as their guide and as their focus.
And
so it's a really marvelous thing.
They all come to you, or
they
do
come
you do
to whether you're in your own home or nursing home or an assisted living, and we have, for people who have acute symptom management needs, we have Coastal Hospice at the Lake, which is our inpatient center. So wherever the patient needs to be, that's where we are, and wherever the patient is safe and can be cared for. And that's actually why we're building Coastal Hospice at the Ocean, which is a hospice, a hospice residence and outreach center. And what we have found is that there are people who don't have those acute symptom management needs that put them at Coastal Hospice at the Lake, that they really need a physician every day and an RN around the clock. But they're not safe at home. They live alone, or they live with an equally frail caregiver or spouse, and they can't get themselves up, they can't get themselves fed, and all that sort of thing that they need every day. And there isn't really it's a tough time right then, because that can come up suddenly, and it's tough to then make decisions about where do we go, how do we get care in around the clock. We find a lot of those patients of ours are in northern Worcester County, so we bought some property in Berlin, and we're building this residence and outreach center there. And then the outreach center will have a palliative care, community-based palliative, so symptom management for people still pursuing a cure, and also grief support and community education. It's going to be great.
And it's going to say it's a huge project. It's going to really help you all further the mission. And honestly, it doesn't, you can't build this kind of a facility with rocks in your pocket.
It's a complicated building because it has medical equipment, oxygen piped into the rooms, but the rooms need not to feel medical. They need to feel like home. So that costs more, and it's a pretty building, and that costs more. So this is what we hope to build. We now have raised $3 million of the $5 million we need.
Excellent. I mean, that's a great.
We live in a generous community.
That's a great start. Now, what are we doing? What's the projected time frame for?
We plan to break ground in 2017.
Okay.
And so that's our goal. And as far as we are along with fundraising, we feel pretty confident that we'll get there.
Now, I know some of my viewers this morning are saying, oh, this sounds so wonderful. How can I help? How can I get involved?
The simplest way is to go to our website, coastalhospice.org, and make a donation. But if you'd like to have fun with your donation, we have a party coming up that we call Taste of Finer Things.
Okay.
And here's your invitation. I hope you can come.
Thank you.
We have been fortunate to have a lot of friends in Ocean City and Worcester County, and a lot of them own restaurants. And so 17 of those restaurants are coming together on one night in one place and serving up some of their best food, and we're pairing it with just some really great wines. And so come on out and just see your friends, have some fun, enjoy some wine, and raise money for an excellent cause.
And when is this?
This is April 15th. So when you're finished with your taxes, or you've got your refund back and you're wondering what to do with it, come on out. And it's just, these restaurants are donating their people, their food. we're so lucky, and so we'd love to see people come out and support that. And we have a limited capacity, and tickets tend to sell out fast.
So if you want to take part in the annual Taste of Finer Things, that's Wednesday, April 15th, and it's at the Harrison's Harbor Watch.
That's
so
right.
It's a beautiful view right there.
Perfect spot.
You can't beat it for a lovely evening to help a wonderful cause.
Thank you.
So come on out. Tell us again the website so that they can go and...
coastalhospice.org, please, and there's more information about the project there and about Coastal Hospice. In fact, I want to point out on our website on the front page, if you're wondering about someone and whether they might need hospice care, there's a nice set of questions that help you figure that out. So you can just sit quietly, look at those questions yourself and think, well, maybe we need to be calling these folks.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing in the vision this morning and what you all are hoping to do. And go online, check them out, and see how you can help. All right. Thanks, Maureen.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We have more good things after the break.